Good night, everyone. We've got a spectacular show to you at the 7 o'clock news. Wait, news? Crap, darn it, I ruined it.
I mean, so what time is it? You said 7. Well, we only know how much time is left. Do we know how much time, like the actual time?
Yeah, it's literally at the bottom right. 6 hours left.
Yeah, 6 hours left. But
Oh, we
that's
don't
not
we
the
don't know
time.
the actual time of day it is, because if we were to consider that, this world, this netherworld spins really quickly.
Don't worry, dude. I'll bring some to your gravestone.
Okay then.
Coming out soon, dude. Oh yeah.
So then, how do hours work?
The hours are just there for to indicate to you how many levels are left in the normal progression.
It's the one time when our sins are forgiven.
Okay, but so does that mean this game goes by even more quickly then? Is it not using Earth time or Underworld time?
Netherworld time, it seems.
Okay.
Um,
Guess that would make more sense. It'd be weird that she'd be patient enough to just wait so many normal hours, I guess.
well, they said get it by tomorrow. So, if anything, what I think they're trying to do, at least at the very end, is specifically just like say
Wow.
that by sunrise they need to have it ready.
Okay. So I thought they were getting back something they lost. They're
No,
just making another one.
No, they don't know who stole it. Only one person saw it and speculated that it might be a Prinny. But at the beginning of the game, she's like, "Okay, your punishment is that you have to get me this even more awesome thing."
Okay. No, I thought that was a nice stage based on the thumbnail.
Well, it is. There is some cold, some implication of cold, but this isn't an ice stage.
Is it like that thing? Well, no. It just reminded me of Minish Cap, where the Temple of Droplets has a lot of ice, but it's probably more of a water temple than an ice temple.
Which
Even though
adds it to the list of good water temples because it's awesome.
Yes, the list being that temple and then the list is done.
Yeah, I mean, as far as I know, remember we still haven't touched. Well, I was going to make a vested effort to touch Oracle of Season/Ages, but I just think that it's a good business decision to remake those as well, so it would be predictable. And even though I don't have exactly the exact hope for that, I think that just to play it, especially in its really hard to access form, well, hard to just play form, and then they're like, we're remaking
Personally,
it. Just
that doesn't, because I don't regret playing Link's Awakening. I gladly replay the remake.
well, in Link's Awakening's case, we would never have seen that coming normally. This one is just like, well, Link's Awakening now is a thing, so I wonder.
Yeah, I was expecting Minish Cap to be remade before Link's Awakening. But I guess Minish Cap's probably too good. It's like remaking.
Darn it!
Did you miss?
Yeah, I missed, and now I'm at the bottom part of the stage, and I forgot what the instant blow up button is. That's if.
It's like
Yeah, there we go.
remaking Pokemon Platinum. It's good enough that you don't have to remake it. Which is why I don't really mind not getting a Minish Cap remake, because Minish Cap is good enough, and I don't mind. I don't want a Platinum remake.
Especially in this specific era of how Pokemon handle things.
Yes. So I don't know why people want it, but whatever. But yeah, there's some games that are good enough. But I mean, I guess you could say that about a lot of games. Like, I personally think Mario 60. Well, no, those are remasters. That's more just like a fix of re-release than anything. Because yeah, Mario 64, Sunshine, and Galaxy are good enough that they don't need to be remade.
Sunshine, my beg to differ.
Well, I don't know about Sunshine.
Dude, there are a lot of problems in that one that's just like, it's funny watching people play Sunshine for the first time and experience them as like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, there's a lot of okay, Mario 64 and Galaxy. Usually I hear difficult
Plus, Mario
stages
64 was already
because
remade,
they're
technically.
difficult. But every time I hear about a difficult stage in Sunshine, it's because of some jank in the controls or the mechanics. And
I'm
so,
not sure if you heard
yeah,
me, but because you did cut out a little bit, but Mario 64 has technically already been remade.
that's true. And I do like what they added to it. I don't think it needed to be remade, but I do like what they added to it, so I can't really complain. So yeah, there's some things that are good enough. But yeah, I know that I'm actually not sure. I think it's either I should know if it's Link. It's probably not Link's Awakening because I remember. So it's probably Oracle of Seasons or Ages.
Oh look,
where
a disc. I don't really think I want that. I mean, it's for completion technically, but this isn't an all-disc run. Now, if anything, I'll get that back on my replay of certain stages on Hell's Finest.
yeah, it can just be a normal run. But yeah, before we get back to the hub world, an Oracle of Seasons water level where you're constantly in a mermaid suit swimming for the entire level. And that sounds dumb. So yeah, Minish Cap is the first good water temple and probably the last. Well, actually, I'll have to go back and see what the Phantom Hourglass one was like.
Yeah, I don't remember much. Well, I don't remember much because I didn't get much farther than it because of the microphone issues.
There's a big problem with the DS Zelda games in the temple aesthetics on the inside are too similar. So you end up forgetting, like, and also probably because there's a lot of them, you can remember every single Minish Cap temple. But for the other 2D games, and that includes Link's Awakening as well, are a bit. But Link's Awakening is memorable because those temples are just so dumb. You're going to remember. You're going to remember Eagle Star. You're going to remember the one before that. What's the name? I don't remember the name exactly.
Turtle
you remember
Rock.
those places. Don't Turtle Rock was after.
Oh, okay. The Face
Yeah.
Dungeon.
Say it
The
again?
Face Dungeon.
Face Shrine was very annoying. Like, you remember those places because of how iconic and how annoying they were. Like, people do talk about Link's Awakening last time. But yeah, the other games end up, that was actually very cool.
Yeah, thanks. I just like, is he going to talk over this entire boss encounter?
I mean, I did expect it to last 2 seconds.
I'm good at this game. What do you expect?
That's a good point. Like, I'm currently thinking, I'm waiting for the part where it gets incredibly hard, and I'm realizing that we've probably already passed it where you're just good enough that I don't notice.
Yeah, this is a lot of that stage was already kind of hard. It's the only thing.
I do think the jungle shrine book library forest stage, that looked difficult, the way the enemies were placed.
The heck am I
And there were
staying
some-
on this screen so long for? Did I
There
have to
were-
go to the
there were-
bathroom? Okay, we're back.
There was a part earlier in the stage where like the ghosts were basically in the way of your jump, and I thought, yeah, that would be annoying.
Oh, you'll definitely trust me. We're only scraping the surface now. We're getting really into it. I mean, the next one is the midnight stage, so you'll know.
Not exactly.
Mhm.
We just need ingredients for the ultra dessert, dude.
But again, with my path, we do meet Morgan, and he's not exactly the big thing, because the constant for this stage up until the night and midnight things are the two bone dragons that you see at the beginning, Basil and Chervil. So we're not even seeing a lot of the
Basil and
main
Gerbil?
encounters here.
Oh, the stage does continue to change. It's just that night looks very scary.
Yeah, a giant
this
skull
universe.
appeared in the background. Someone should probably do something about that.
Yeah, that's just every night a skull just pops up.
Hey, certain netherworlds have certain quirks.
Right now, dude.
It reminds me
Just one more
of
ingredient to go.
Terraria,
Of course it does.
Hey, dude. I'm almost starting to feel good about
where
myself.
the Crimson, which is a biome that's just like the world is alive, basically,
Don't worry, dude.
because some giant monster just died and infected the earth, and then the earth just became all fleshy. And the backgrounds vary, but usually there's either some giant skull or stuff like giant eyeballs or something. And so you can always, this is really cool, and there's just a giant dragon monster skeleton in some blood lake. It's like, yeah.
Well, the thing
This-
is that in the
it's-
sequel we actually travel on one of those kind of things.
You're still
That's awesome. It's just weird to just think about the background in terms of treating it as a real place and not just a background, and thinking what that means.
Yep, and no encouragement from Etna. Oh, I don't know what he was expecting.
Why would she encourage him? She's with like they messed up. She'd just be annoyed until she gets what she wants.
Yep. I think it should be said though is that Etna is particularly a brat to the Prinnies, but not to everybody else. But I guess she feels she can get away with it because the Prinnies are basically reincarnated human slaves. So, you know.
What's going on in this background?
Oh, 3 Death Suns. Or Dark Suns, sorry. The Dark Sun is a concept in Disgaea 2. In the sequel, whoops. In the sequel, the Dark Sun becomes a stage hazard. This is
And there's just 3 of them. So, you know, that's something. So the underworld,
Netherworld.
the netherworld, has other planets.
Yeah, there are multiple netherworlds.
That's something that's just like something. Cause you see the underworld, there's like cave ceilings, or even just like of mist. But when you're seeing clouds and stars and stuff, you start thinking, wait a minute. And it's just, I mean, I guess it makes sense that even though it's seen as below Earth, it's basically just another universe.
Except that this isn't, you keep calling it the underworld and it doesn't work by underworld rules. This isn't below any Earth at all.
Well, yeah, but people, well, okay. But, okay, sure. So that's the thing where it's like, regardless, you don't really think about the wider universe in places like this.
Yeah, well, they explore a lot of the things with different netherworlds in Disgaea 5, where you specifically travel to a lot of them, while usually in Disgaea games that's like DLC, no, not DLC. That's like for extra boss missions, for post
So are
game.
Prinny's on these other worlds, or is like the setup is entirely different?
What do you mean?
Like these other netherworlds, are they just completely different with their own characters and concepts and monsters, or are they just like
There are some
these
similarities,
beings?
but they have different rules. Like one netherworld, the netherworld you visit in Disgaea 3, for example, is entirely a school to teach you how to be a villain.
Yeah, okay. But I don't like how the stage looks.
Is it because of the cloud
The
platforms?
background looks fine. The foreground looks fine. The both of them together just look terrible. And I think, yeah, the clouds could look better. Both the 2D clouds in the background have too much artifacting, and the 3D clouds are too low poly. And so it's like they decided
Don't know
every
if you're on
single
ice
bad
chunks or
thing.
clouds.
Yeah, I thought they were ice until they said clouds. It's like they said, let's put every single bad asset we have into this single level. And so let's make the rest of the game look good at the expense of this game. And it's like, that's cool. That's not necessary sacrifice, but and then I can't, because the colors in the background are so strong. I've looked at nothing but the 3 suns for the entire match so far.
Oh man, well, I mean, the 3 suns only show up in the midnight stage, so don't worry, when we go into the replays in different times, you won't have that problem.
Oh, so this is not unique to this stage?
What do you mean?
The 3 suns, I thought it was just this stage.
No. They only appear in this midnight stage, not in every midnight stage.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and this is the part...
Oh, so this isn't how the background normally... I completely forgot that. Yeah, the background would be different.
So this is the part where it's it's an endurance run to the end, where you have to keep the machine alive, long enough to reach the top platform on this set path. So you have to stop the imps from running into it.
Oh, so you're not controlling it?
Nope. I'm only controlling the direction of the fire, of the laser.
Because I was gonna say, why are you going down? What are you... I don't know.
Yep, so you just have to anticipate. At this point you should have learned how imps dive at you. So you have to anticipate how they're coming at you and stop them enough. And
This actually looks like a raging distance.
the thing is that it is hard, but there is an even unbelievably harder version if you're careless in the Asagi timeline. So yeah, it gets so much worse in that one, but
There's a different timeline?
yeah, a different timeline where you instead of doing the missions normally, you meet Asagi and get involved in her story.
A lot of content.
Yep. So the Asagi timeline version of the stage is terrible in that case.
You stupid bloody cyberclops! Cool your tubes!
Also, I love the redesign of the Cyberclops in this game, because they were in Disgaea 1, and they weren't in Disgaea 2, I think, but so they just gave it a redesign here, and it looks cool.
Cool. These names are getting to me.
They're all food puns, dude, except for
I know.
for almost every for every non-Moab character, it's almost always a food pun. There are, as I said, there are some exceptions, but
this
yeah.
background. I like this background.
Yeah.
Both the 3D foreground and the 2D background.
But this is the...
This Prinny should just take all the money. Does money have use in the Netherworld?
Yes, it does. Even though there is dialogue later that implies that power is easier to get what you want rather than money, but money is still important. But this is the part where I really feel my button matching skills like not up to par. Because I used to be able to easily take care of Cyberclops back in the day, and this was just like I almost died to the thing because I kept thinking my slashes would last longer out of the damage I was gonna do. Like, nah, I need to either practice, which I didn't do, or find a different position to hold the controller in.
I guess I'm stronger than I
Eventually I do find a good position, but not in this playthrough, for the timeline I mean. So
100 million hell, at least!
I can't even imagine that much money, dude!
No, well, that's how he makes his money.
well, he does scam and he owns a casino, so you know.
Yeah, you
Even
just said
though-
scam twice.
Even though honestly Bok Choy himself is incredibly weak, so if we knew that, we could have just easily taken him out.
Yeah.
But he's not dead. He's a zombie. He can repair himself.
Yeah, I assumed so.
Oh, look, a Guilty Gear reference. Don't know how that's going to make food, but sure.
I was thinking that as well. I was like, wait, alright, but
Yeah.
so yeah, I mean, who knows? Actually, no, I couldn't think of a way to justify the fact that they're getting a gear for food. Maybe they're using it to build the machine.
No, but hold that thought about the machine. You'll be surprised a little bit later.
Okay.